So with the release of Fortnite Festival Season 8, I've decided to take the task and ranking every single festival pass, or in this case music pass, in Fortnite Festival from worst to best. That is right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ranking series, and this time around we're going to be doing the festival passes, and there is a few little criteria here which I will have to discuss in this video right now, so I'm going to just say it right now, and that is, I'm going to be counting these passes solely on when they released, so I'm not going to be doing them as they currently were, or if they got updated later on during the seasons or whatever. I'm going to be counting them solely based on when they were released, but if there were updates to them, I will obviously include them as little add-on bonuses. But this video will be outdated, which is why the video says seasons 1 through 8. And let me know down below in the comment section and by dropping a like if you want to see more ranking videos. And let me also know what ranking video would you want to see next for Fortnite Cosmetics. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hop right into it at my number 8 spot. This is going to be Season 5. And yeah, I gotta be honest with you here, this pass was straight up doo-doo. And before you guys comment this, no, it has nothing to do with Karol G herself, because I know people are like, who? When she was initially announced for Season 5. This has to do with just how this pass was handled, because when the free section of this pass was better than the premium stuff, you know it was bad. Especially to when, yes, I do know that there was the Karol G skin that you got for simply buying out the pass for 1,800 V-Bucks. It was just not worth it. It really wasn't. The skin is just not great. And again, as I just said, the premium section was just nothing crazy. There really weren't any crazy good songs out of here. And the cosmetics themselves weren't really anything interesting. And as I've just said, the more interesting stuff was actually the free section, especially to when they actually gave out one emote out of here. But besides that, this pass was absolutely terrible. And I'm not going to waste my time on this pass anymore because it was just really bad. This was one of the ones I actually did not buy because I had no interest in getting it because it was just not good. Speaking of another pass which I actually didn't buy, at number 7 is going to be the very first one, Season 1, or in this case, The Weeknd. The reason why I am putting this right here at number 7 was more or less with how you unlock certain cosmetics out of here, because obviously this is the first time that they did this pass, and this is when they were experimenting with a few things, and obviously the main cosmetic that everyone wanted to get was the Weeknd skin, and while it was a part of the premium track, it wasn't actually something that you got to unlock as soon as you bought it, which is what we see nowadays with festival passes. More or less, you got a aura, which we all know how useless auras are inside of Fortnite, more or less besides festival. But while I will say there were some pretty decent stuff out of here, like there was Gangnam Style out of here, there was like a Weeknd song, we had Poison, and also a Fall Out Boy song. I gotta be honest with you here, this pass really just wasn't great. And it actually had to do with the fact, solely on the basis on how you were able to unlock and earn festival points. It was just so painfully slow that people weren't even getting the skin. Like, I didn't even know a lot of people who went out of the way to buy the festival pass, and they got it all done. Unless if they bought tiers, which you could have done back in the day, which I don't know anyone who really bought it. This pass was just really outdated and not much else to really say. Lots of missed opportunities here. And yeah, while it wasn't a terrible pass, it's definitely very outdated. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at number 6, we have actually Season 2, as this pass actually did fix the whole festival points grind, which was absolutely fantastic. But this was actually the first pass to actually include festival emotes. We had 2 of them in the free section, and we actually had, if I'm not mistaken, this has only happened once, I'm pretty sure, the only icon emote to ever be added in to a festival pass. And obviously this was a Lady Gaga pass, and she was obviously the final reward that you would have unlocked on the premium track. And obviously the premium track reward, as soon as you unlock the pass, was another aura, which was better than the first one, but again, it's an aura, what do you expect? And while I will say the song selection wasn't as strong as the previous one, there were some really good songs out of here, like the copyrighted songs being in here, and obviously some of the Fortnite originals are pretty good. I actually will say this is where we actually start going up in value and more or less more in terms of quality, because the passes are actually getting better from here on out. And this one was actually worth getting, even though I will say the skin really wasn't the greatest. This pass was still pretty good. But now, ladies and gentlemen, at number 5, we actually have Season 6, or in this case, the Snoop Dogg pass. And during this season, when it actually dropped, this was when they actually decided to fully change out the entirety of the Festival Pass. This is when they changed it to Music Pass. I know people are probably typing that already in the comment section. Now I'm calling it Festival Pass when it's called Music Pass. It's a lot more easier calling them Festival Passes than Music Pass in my opinion. But anyways, this was when we actually had the change to where you actually get XP to earn the rewards. And I actually will say that was a great change. And I actually will say that this is when we were starting to get the premium tracks be more worth buying than the original like free stuff. But it's not to say that free stuff was bad, because there were some pretty decent stuff out of here, like a really cool surfing emote. But I think the premium track was definitely more worth it, especially to when you actually got the Snoop Dogg skin for only 1,400 V-Bucks. This was also when they changed the pricing of the Fortnite Festival Pass, which was really cool. And also this was around the time to when they would actually update Festival Passes into Fortnite Crew. This is when they incorporated that, which is really cool. But I will say, I'm not the biggest fan of the Snoop Dogg skin in here. I actually think that the item shop cosmetics blow the Festival Pass ones out of the water. However, I will say that the edit style that it does have, this other Snoop Dogg skin, more or less this cell shade one, has a really nice tribute to Kobe Bryant. It's not really all too great, you know what I mean? It's not like the best skin out of here, considering that the item shop one is way better. But nonetheless, this is still a great pass in my opinion. Definitely worth buying, especially back to when it was available. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at my number 4 spot, this is going to be Season 3. Or in this case, the Billie Eilish pass. And man, oh man, this one was a massive step up from the previous two, especially to when you first buy the pass, you would instantly unlock the Green Roots Billie outfit just like that. You don't need to grind out the whole pass in order just to even unlock this, which I will say thank you for doing that, because ever since then, we obviously have now gotten skins as soon as you buy out the pass, or in this case nowadays with Fortnite Crew, you would instantly unlock the skin that is available within the Festival Pass, which is great. And I actually will say there were some pretty good rewards out of here. There was a really cool emote out of here, there were some really awesome instruments out of here, and obviously some pretty good songs overall. But I will say that the best thing to come out of this whole pass here, which I'm really bummed out about this because it's exclusive here, is the edit style for Billie Eilish. This edit style is just so good. It's so amazing with the animation going through it with the dark green and the black. Like, it's just so good. It's a damn shame that it is only exclusive to this Festival Pass. I really wish more people had the chance to get it, because now it is available in the item shop nowadays whenever it does come back. It is what it is. I'm very sad about that, but it is a phenomenal edit style, which actually makes it right here at number 4 for me because of how good it is. And just overall with how absolutely worth buying this pass is. Now, I know people are probably going to get really mad at me for this here because this is not based off of biased reasons. I've got to be honest with you here. At number 3 is Season 8, the most recent pass. Obviously, this includes Sabrina Carpenter as the festival headliner, which I will say that the main skin that you get is really clean. It's nothing flashy. It's nothing insane. It's literally just her in Fortnite. I actually will say that the item shop skin is a lot better, but that's not to say the skin's bad. What really makes this pass really good is the song variety in here is just fantastic for the jam tracks. There's a lot of great songs out of here. More or less when it comes to the Fortnite originals, there's a lot of great ones here. The instruments that they have in here are also pretty good, and the emotes are fantastic. In my opinion, these are probably some of the best festival emotes we've gotten in a while, especially the Bow Go emote, to where you just ride on a cloud with a rainbow in the background, which is just so freaking good. But in general, this is actually a really solid pass. I think that this is a really good one. Do I think it deserves the hate that it deserves? Absolutely not. I actually think that in general, this is a really good one in my opinion, and is a really good follow-up to the previous season. Oh, but guys, now it's time to piss people off here, because originally I was going to put this at number 1, but I think because of what it had in here, it's number 2 for me, and that is Season 4. I would not blame you all if you put this at number 1 on your guys' personal lists. I would not blame you, and I would not be upset. This is obviously the Metallica season, and my God, this pass was just so amazing. Now, I actually will say this. There wasn't a lot of jam tracks out of here. There really wasn't a lot of like songs out of here. Sure, there was actually one Metallica song in here, which was really good. And also there was only one emote out of here. But what makes it right here is due to the fact that this is the only pass that we actually had 4 skins available in the premium section. One of them, which you just instantly got as soon as you bought it, which I think was a insane move. And it really just shows on what possibilities we could see be added into Fortnite Festival. Like, now we can actually see like duos or even groups like this be added into Fortnite, and they can do it like this. They can put them all in the Festival Pass without any hesitation. Like, this pass, just from the fact alone that this had 4 skins, makes it right here. And again, I don't blame people if they want to put this at their #1 spot, by the way. But I will say, the skins are pretty basic, but I can understand why they look like this. And fun fact, Robert's skin actually is based off of Guitar Hero, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's actually the same exact model that they used when Guitar Hero was out for the Metallica game, if I'm not mistaken, which I think is a really cool callback. But overall, this was a phenomenal pass. Phenomenal, in my personal opinion. But we all know what #1 is, ladies and gentlemen. I know people are probably pissed off. They're probably throwing a hissy fit. At #1 is Season 7.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
I did not expect to really like this pass as much as I did, but man oh man, the Hatsune Miku Festival Pass was phenomenal. I could not really say anything bad about this pass, because this was obviously the time to when we actually had the instruments be updated to pickaxes and back blings. So this made it even more worth it, just for that alone. And not to mention, the Nico Hatsune Miku skin is absolutely adorable. I think that this is a really awesome rendition of the character. Not to mention, I love the fact that it has a Bright Bomber inspired Fortnite style. I really wish we had more of this within the Icon series. And guys, the emotes that we got out of here were so good. My 2 favorite ones being the 6-string sniper emote and the break emote. This one's definitely the best one in my opinion. It's so good. Not really a single bad song out of here. I think all the songs are actually really solid overall, and just overall, this pass was just flawless in my opinion. Easily the best music pass, or in this case, festival pass within Fortnite. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today's video. I really hope you all enjoyed it. If you did happen to enjoy this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to check out my Twitter, AKMax account. Also, don't forget to use my support code within the Fortnite Am Shop. That's Mino5, that's MINO5. Thank you all so much for watching. I love every single one of you. Remember, everyone, it's always good to take chances.